Corruption and inefficiency have come to be part of the deal for citizens in India's democracy. The average Indian finds this neither shocking nor expects any action against errant officials. In fact, they would be willing to give an arm and a leg to join government service. Millions of India's youth slog at coaching centers for months, sometimes years, to achieve that government job nirvana. Oh, to be a sweeper in government service. Bureaucratic red tape, corruption, or plain failure do not shock the Indian public anymore. Only the rare one rankles even now, like the revelation last week in Kerala. Shocking finding: 1,458 Kerala government staff, including teachers, illegally receive welfare pensions. It's about those working in government service also availing welfare pensions which are meant for the poor. Among them, college professors, gazetted officers, technical officials, and reportedly even one who owns a BMW. An audit revealed how these many government officials have been availing welfare pensions of 1,600 rupees per month in addition to their salaries. Welfare pensions are meant for the poorest of the poor. In credible India, all these officials can continue in service. Any government job is seemingly the ultimate dream of millions of Indians, for solid reasons like assured salaries and pensions, no appraisals and targets, and the icing on the cake: even when you're caught red-handed for corruption, you keep your job. The Times of India reported recently, a recent trend in India reveals that highly educated individuals are increasingly applying for low-paying government jobs. For instance, Haryana Kaushav Rozgar Nigam Limited reported that 39,990 graduates and 6,112 postgraduates applied for sweeper positions which offer a modest 15,000 rupees per month. Picture that, nearly 40,000 graduates and 6,000 postgraduates desperately wanting to be sweepers. The report continues. Similarly, in Uttar Pradesh, nearly 50 lakh students applied for 60,000 police constable vacancies earlier this year. About 47 lakh candidates competed for 26,000 constable posts in central government security agencies. Ideally, the government should facilitate creation of jobs and not be the key employer. But India's job situation is worrisome. There are 972 million Indians in the working age of 15 to 64 years, of whom only 586 million are employed, of whom only 152 million, or about 25% of the total jobs, are in the organized sector. The jobs crisis and the desperation to get into government service is one side of the story. The other side is how those who manage to get into government service perform. Look at a few recent headlines. Steel frame has certainly rusted. Ex-RBI Governor D. Subbarao calls for reforms in UPSC. German businesses in India say bureaucratic hurdles worsening. India needs an up-or-out policy for its bureaucracy. Those are like cries in the wilderness. The ground reality of corruption, ineptitude, and other offenses continue unabated. This month, the Times of India reported, big fish in net. Telangana Anti-Corruption Bureau uncovers 100 crore rupees worth assets of suspended irrigation department official. Look at that, an irrigation department official making a cool 1 billion rupees. What's even more cool, he gets away with a suspension. Imagine how he would have been treated if he were in the private sector. In Kerala, an IAS officer allegedly created a WhatsApp group called Mallu Hindu Officers. He says his phone was hacked and that WhatsApp group was created. Of course, he keeps his job. A fellow officer remarked sarcastically, not his phone, his memory must have been hacked. Ayn Rand said, if a businessman makes a mistake, he suffers. If a bureaucrat makes a mistake, you suffer. Columnist Ravi Kant wrote in Asia Times, Indian bureaucracy is a curse on Indian democracy. But millions of India's youth have a government job as their ultimate dream. To be a sweeper in government service is nothing short of heaven. Graduates, postgraduates, and many others will vouch. What an irony then that a Vivek Ramaswamy, son of a couple who migrated from Vadakkancheri, Kerala to the US, is driving government efficiency in the US, while the bureaucracy in his parents' nation remains in stasis. To end on a pleasant note, some 40 youth in Kozhikode, Kerala have come together, pooled money, and set up a happiness corner for senior citizens. It has benches, a fenced area, and a drinking water dispenser. A small but touching gesture from youth to seniors. Also a case of private individuals filling a gap overlooked by the local government. Thank goodness, not all of India's youth are hankering after a sweeper's job in government service.